Okay. I think we're on. Can you join?
I cannot.
It still says you're offline.
Well, I'm in my app right now. I don't know what to tell you. Let me search it.
I'll remove you and add you again. So right now, this is Jess, and I'm trying to add Renee as a host because we are remote, so we cannot be together to record. So that is what I am doing right now, but I don't know if anyone's listening to us. I'm sure our many fans are out there. I really don't know where if it tells me where. Oh, here. Okay, and no one's listening, right? Oh, Emily Priya has entered. Oh, there we go. So you're in now, Birdie. Can you?
Yeah, I just joined it. I had to do something weird. I don't know exactly what I did.
Can you call in?
I thought I did.
I don't think you're on the actual thing. Oh, Renee's. Okay, you're using headphones now?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes.
I had to improve my microphone.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So, I guess let's get started. Welcome to Deer Feet. I'm Jess.
And I'm Renee.
And we're the Deerfoot Sisters. I guess there's a slight delay.
It's very possible.
All right, so I don't know if we should wait a few minutes for more people to join. Oh, Emily Aprio would like to call in now. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Emily.
How are you?
Good. Are you using a headset?
No, should I?
Yes.
I'll get my headphones too.
I don't have a microphone. I just have earbuds. Would that help?
Yes, it would help because you're doing a lot of feedback.
Okay.
All the guests are joining us. Right now, we're just waiting for the people who are on the call to...
Well, now I can't hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I guess it doesn't work with my headset.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll hang up unless I have something important to say.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bye. Renee, you're
echoing.
It's not me.
Horribly.
I just put my headphones on.
Oh, maybe it was
I
Momly.
can mute. Is that better?
No, it's still... Momly, hang up. Oh, I'll disconnect you. Okay, let's see who it was. Are you
I'm
there,
pretty sure
Bird?
it was Mom.
Yeah, it was. Emily
I
Apria,
know.
you were having causing really bad feedback on the show. Okay.
I think because your speakers were up really loud.
Probably. Well, she started using headphones. I don't know. It was confusing. Oh, we had Jorge come and leave. Oh, we're joined by Eileen. Oh no, maybe Jorge is still here. I don't know. It's hard to tell if people are listening. Oh, yeah, no, we have 4 right now, but we've had a total of 5 listeners. Hi, Audrey. Welcome. All right, so we were just going to talk a little bit about, I guess, what it's like to have a podcast. So, Bert, do you want to talk about that?
Well, so far we've been doing the podcast for a year?
Almost a year and a half. I think we started in January or February of 2019. So 15 months.
So yeah. So I feel like it's been pretty good. Sometimes it's kind of stressful, honestly, to get the recordings done and do all the work. But for the most part, it's pretty fun. How do you feel, Jess?
I think for me, it's been really great. Probably mostly because I get to spend a lot of time with my best friend.
Me?
Yeah, so it works out really well.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I don't know. All right. So if you guys want to call in, you just need to have headphones on because, and it works best if you have headphones with a microphone because otherwise it creates feedback. So if you want to call in, you can, and you can ask us any of your burning questions.
We
If
have a
you're
few
happening
questions
to
for our
be,
listeners.
yeah, if you happen to be eating dinner with a loved one, you could both download the app and sign in simultaneously so we could get more listeners.
That sounds nice.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm posting something. I'm posting on that we're live right now, so you can talk, Renee. Audrey said hi in the chat.
Yes,
She said
hi
that a while ago.
Audrey. I think Audrey should call in. She hasn't been a guest yet on Dear Feet. We've been talking about hosting a few guests, but so far we haven't been able to get too many friends on yet. Obviously now everything has to be remote since we are doing self-isolation still and likely for the future. Audrey said she can't call because she lost her headphones. I feel like sometimes on the phone it's okay if you call through a speakerphone, but when you're on a computer, it's challenging because the speakers are generally quite loud. But usually a phone call doesn't echo so much.
I'm
Because
not
they
sure.
can probably call it in just like a regular phone call, not even putting it on speakerphone.
True. I don't really know. You could try if you want to, Audrey, but you don't have to.
Yes,
but you guys
no
can
pressure.
also put any burning questions you have in the chat or,
or text us.
Renee could play another game.
Yeah, just right off the bat, I can play a game by myself.
Or you could do a game and the listeners could enter their answers in if they're live with us right now.
What was that, Jess?
That was my text tone. Sorry, I
did you
didn't
get a
turn my
text
phone. Yeah.
I mean, was it about the podcast or just random?
No, no. That was just a random message.
Oh, what did it say?
It said, "Little better, but I love to sleep."
Oh, don't we all? Anyway, Mom only says she loves the quizzes, so I guess we could do a quiz.
Mom, did you happen to get an A+ on the quiz from last week's episode about Jess, Renee, or both? Nice.
She said yes. I would hope, but you never know, to be honest. I guess we could play some more of that quiz.
Okay.
So I don't remember exactly which questions we asked, but these questions will be for everyone in the audience listening. So you can respond through the chat or you can call in if you want to play live. So the first question is, which of the Dear Feet sisters is older? Jess, Renee, or Trick? They're twins. Most of us probably know the answer to this one.
Yes,
Okay,
Eileen, you're
one
correct.
response from Eileen. She said, "Jess,
sorry.
it's the correct answer."
I skipped the
Sometimes,
filter.
especially when we were younger, a lot of people thought I was older, or they'd say to us, "Oh, are you twins, or are you older?" Meaning me, which of course I'm not. I'm the youngest. So, how did that make you feel, Jess? Were you peeved about that?
No, I was fine with it. I mean, if anything, now people think you're older because, I'm so stunted. But so people will think you're older when I'm talking about you because you're married and you have a real job and whatever. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm not surprised at this point that they think you're older. When we were younger, I never cared. I was never offended by people thinking I was younger.
Right.
Eileen said, "What about when people thought Jess and I were the same person?" Yeah, that happened a lot. If anything, that was more offensive because I feel like we don't look that alike. And I was like, okay, we have similar features and similar hair.
Curly hair.
But our faces really don't look that much alike. But I guess also they were always I don't know. like they were always seeing Eileen in the pool and me outside of the pool. So they were like, I guess they're the same person. I can't tell what she looks like with clothes on or off.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of weird, but it is possible.
And then like so many people think we're twins. I know that we had mentioned, if you listen to the episode we did with the Beefy Boys, we did a few examples of our twinning out where we're saying the same exact thing at the same time. And that was the first time that we realized how absolutely creepy it is hearing it back like that. But I think it was weird. It was the weirdest experience when we were at Disney World and we weren't even saying anything at the same time. We were just looking at a book, reading it silently to each other. And this woman said to her daughter, well, we were reading it together. Like we were standing together, looking at the book, reading it. And this woman said to her daughter, oh, look, twins. And also we were like 18 and really 16. Weird. So we weren't like little kids. It was really weird.
That was really weird. I don't understand what that lady was thinking was happening, but
whatever. What's the next question?
Okay, the next question. I gotta think up some because I don't really remember.
You don't remember our lives?
Before. No, I mean I don't remember which ones I asked last time.
Which person wrote or someone? One of the who wrote? I picked Tim. Was it Jess, Renee, or both?
I feel like maybe I don't even know the answer to this. I know I can hear her laughing in the background too. So I'm not sure I know the answer to this, honestly, Jess.
Why? Because your song isn't called I Picked Tim?
No, because I feel like I'm going to say I wrote it and you're going to be like, no, I hoped you write this line that I don't remember.
No, I don't think I did. I wasn't thinking about it like that. I don't think
you helped me.
I feel like you wrote all of it.
I probably did.
If anything, it was like, make it sound a little bit more twangy.
Well, that's because you sing it very twangy. It's not necessarily meant to be sung like that.
That's just how. And speaking of, why would you pick someone that doesn't even come to your own live?
He's in class right now. He has a synchronous class going on.
The Deer Hunter? Oh my gosh.
What?
Someone named the Deer Hunter just entered the live studio. Hi, welcome.
Yeah, please don't kill us.
It's JD.
Oh, very funny.
I was like, oh, wow, someone found us and thought we were something related to deer. That'd be hilarious.
We are, I guess, in a way, related to deer. In a very basic way. Oh, he says we got pretty feet.
Actually he says we have purity feet.
I did just do baby foot, the chemical foot peel, so my feet are not pretty right now. But soon they will be pure as I slough off layers of skin.
Yeah, have you guys seen Dear Tick? Okay. Have you guys seen that meme that was like what did it say? It was like
so creepy.
It was like a Tinder post and it was Bill and it was like, I like curvy girls. I have a puppy named Precious. Something. It was basically describing Buffalo Bill from The Silence of the Lambs. Anyway, it was funny.
Did you ever read Silence of the Lambs?
No, I didn't even know it was a book.
I didn't know that either. And then I saw it available in my audiobooks and I was like, I guess I'll listen to this. I've actually never seen the whole movie, so it'll be interesting for me.
So
I think you watched it at Dad's when I was like 10 and I was too scared to watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it. You're going to read the book first?
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably listen to the book, so maybe.
Well, you always get really confused about whether or not you're a person that enjoys reading books or watching movies first, which is really bizarre.
Yeah, I know. I'm so confused all the time.
That was really embarrassing.
It was so weird. It was just like my brain stopped working. I don't know.
You were like, well, Jess really likes to watch the movies first. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, you're the one who likes to watch movies. And you were like, oh, yeah, I am. I was like,
oh. It was weird. Okay. I don't know what happened to my mind. I guess it was just saying words without thinking. I don't know. I don't understand it either. I can't explain it. So a lot of people are talking about how they want to watch the skin peel off my feet. It's pretty gross, honestly. Like in the pictures for baby feet, they make it look like, oh, it's gonna like peel off on like a sheet. But no, it's kind of just like flaking off all over the place. Especially after my shower, it was like really gross. I was like, ew, this is so nasty. So then I was kind of like scratching my foot to try to like get it off, but it was like I could see the layers of skin that it was like peeling through. It was really gross. Oh, that got applause?
Sorry, I was just trying some of the things.
Actually, dear Tick, 2 people in the chat were asking to see my feet. So they actually were. Thank you, Audrey, for coming to our support, backing
Well,
us
you
up.
could do an Instagram live of that.
Maybe, but it's pretty gross, honestly. And right now, I already like did a lot of it in the shower. But basically, I'm just wearing socks a lot because I'm trying not to get my skin all over the place. I'm trying not to be so nasty, but
Yeah, there's a
we'll
there's a
see.
market for that sort of thing, so that might be good. So, Deer Tick and Deer Hunter, did you guys is that your name, like your username for your Podbean account, or did you make like a special nickname?
For specifically for this, or is
Yeah.
now forever will
Or
you
is-
be Deer Tick and
yeah, are you-
Deer Hunter? I'm not acknowledging Deer Tick's latest comment because he's
This
always
is
making
my
fun of my
last
speech impediment.
Interesting. Sounds a little incestuous.
I don't know about that. What's the website, the Deer Hunter? That would love pictures of my feet.
Anything for a price.
Purdyfeet.com. Can you stop this? We don't need a laugh track.
Oh, Audrey's gonna call in. All right.
Perfect.
Hi, Audrey. I think you're on.
Hey,
Hey.
does the sound sound
How's it
okay?
going?
Because it did specifically say to use a like a headset.
Yeah, you're not
That
echoing.
sounds fine.
Oh, that's good. So I'm currently in the woods trying to search for my ear pods. How's everybody doing?
Are you
Good.
looking for them individually or a case of AirPods?
There is a case of AirPods, but I honestly think so. I fell down today, and I think they fell on the road, and I think someone might have picked them up.
Well, that is how one of our friends got their AirPods.
Well,
So karma, I guess. That's sad.
How are you
That sucks.
guys?
So how'd you fall? What were you doing?
The kids and I went for a walk, and Lucy was on the other side of a car. So I said, Dylan, let's trick Lucy. And so I held Dylan back so that we could go boom on the other side of the car. But Dylan and I tripped over each other like really bad, and we both scraped our arms, and I hit my head and everything. It was kind of comical, but also it hurt.
So
Like
I
you were
guess
trying to scare them.
your daughter.
Like fell.
Yeah, like a child. I was like acting like a child, and then I fell like a child.
Yeah,
That's great.
Nice. Yeah.
Good one,
I
Des.
mean, at least I can laugh about it now, but I'm still really sad because I'm not gonna, with the hey, why don't you talk about the coronavirus? Did you do a pod about the corona yet? I'm way behind.
I don't think we've talked about it too much.
We kind of just did like a social distancing, but didn't really. We were kind of trying to I guess keep it more light.
Right.
But you are a healthcare professional.
I sure am. I am.
Do you have any
essential
insight
personnel.
to offer?
I think that this week is supposed to be a bad one. I think
Mhm.
that what everyone's saying, on the news, and kind of even our CEO of the company, he sends out emails almost every day to just update and give encouraging words and stuff like that. And so, I mean, you're talking about not bringing down the mood, but I think this week is supposed to be the highest rates of deaths and stuff like that. So everyone's just got to really, really, really stay home, even if they think they're healthy, because they could be just sharing it with everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think I did hear this week was supposed to be really bad, but then I heard it's supposed to kind of flatten out. So
Right. Yeah, this will be the worst, and then it'll get better. So much like everything in life,
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also heard, I don't know if you guys listened to the news or read, but the Boris Johnson from England, he is like in intensive care now with it.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So I know it's pretty crazy. And then I was like wondering, did you read about how they tested that tiger at the Bronx Zoo and he had it?
Yeah.
I'm like, how are we
It's
testing
so
tigers and
horrible.
not people?
You know what's so crazy? So on Instagram, I follow some guy from Jersey Shore, and like he lives in New Jersey, and he went to some zoo where I guess because of social distancing, obviously the zoo is closed, but you can schedule an appointment to drive through the zoo and stuff. And like it's
Okay.
so strange that he just put up a post about how he did that, and like now zoos are definitely going to be like fully closed off to the public if animals are able to catch it.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
On a positive note, did you guys see the thing about the zoo where they were like letting the animals like visit each other?
Yeah.
Like they were letting the penguins free and they were like walking through the aquarium.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
The
that's
penguins
cute.
got to go like, yeah, it was like they were enjoying the zoo. It was cute.
Mhm.
Did you guys watch Joe Exotic and Tiger King?
Yep.
Yes, we did talk about that on a recent episode. We did
Oh,
watch.
I'm so behind.
I'm watching it again for the second time. So I just watched the second episode. Because
And
the
there's
first
gonna
time I was
be-
kind of watching in the background.
Right.
Yeah, you
no,
gotta
have
need to pay
yeah.
attention.
Well, it's kind of fun to do that because then you miss stuff, and then you're like, you get to watch it again and see stuff for the first time.
Yeah, like
that's true,
I
guess.
genuinely thought that they didn't show the staff woman's like arm. Like I just think I never noticed it because she's sitting in that chair. So I really thought that they like had cleverly edited it to not let you know that she was missing an arm until after they showed her losing the arm.
Right, yeah.
Then when I watched it the second time, they actually show it from the very beginning. I was just like, oh,
yeah.
I guess I just didn't notice that she had like was missing half an
Well,
arm.
because she was like sitting and it was like a long sleeve, right? So you probably just didn't notice. Or was it
Yeah.
not?
Or well, actually, can I tell you this? Saf revealed online or whatever through like an interview that he actually is a pronouns go by he.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
So
Saf
there you go.
said that. But I also feel like because so many people at Joe Exotic's, I want to say farm, but so many people at the zoo had like missing limbs or braces. It's almost like non-consequential that Saf was sitting there without an arm. Like you almost can't even tell because there's so many characters in that don't have limbs.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I definitely was like
said,
thinking about the guy with the two fake legs, and I was like, oh, he probably lost him to a tiger. But then obviously they tell you like he lost it in a zip lining accident.
Well, no.
Weird.
No, yeah, he was like injured in a ziplining accident, and then he just decided that he was like, I could still feel my toes, so I decided to walk. But then he said he was basically walking on bone. Maybe he lost his feet.
Hey.
So then he was like walking on like his bones. So he basically lost his legs because he was like walking on them when he probably shouldn't have been. But I said that I thought that he was kind of handsome. Like I thought he was kind of a catch. John Reiki or whatever his name is. Reinke.
He was like 52 and lived in a trailer.
I don't know if he lived in a trailer. I don't know if he lived at the park. He was like the most normal, I feel
They
like.
showed like people. A trailer.
Well, it's hard to tell who lived where. Like if he was living there or if he. Yeah, I don't remember. But
that entire show was all about exploitation of everyone and everything. Not only was it exploiting the animals, Joe Exotic exploited all those homeless people, all those people with addiction problems, and was like, hey, come live at my zoo and work for me, and I'll give you $100 a week. Meanwhile, these people were like living in trailers that were like full of like rats and cockroaches, you know?
Yeah, no running water.
Like people, even if you find a homeless person off the street, they have rights too. And like, you can't tell them, I'm going to give you $100 and a place to live, and then let them live in squalor like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, like, you could
probably not legally
a place to live. I mean, you could probably call them like volunteers. I don't know about the living. You probably can't have them live like that because you're not going to be zoned to have people live there. But like the Carol woman, she was saying, you know, I don't pay anyone to interact with the cats or take care of the cats because I can always find someone to do that for free, which is definitely true. I mean, people are going to love to do that kind of stuff.
Right, but also just another case of like exploitation of people. Carol makes like $1 billion a year, and she's like, "Yeah, I let people work here for free."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if she makes that much, but she does make a lot of money.
She makes a lot
And
of
she already
money.
had a lot of money from
And
her
they're
dead
all going to
husband.
be making a lot more money now that they're like super famous from doing this.
Well, is the Joe guy still in prison?
I think so.
Probably.
Oh, so that's what I was going to say. You know, they said they're going to do one more episode. So I think people were like saying that they were going to do like a whole nother season, but I think they're filming just one more episode, like probably, you know, a 2-parter or something like that. But they're filming another
Yeah, like
episode.
a reunion.
Right. Oh, yeah. That
Interesting.
would be fun.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys see? Now I don't know if this is like an extension or not, but so Renee and I watched Mindhunter, and Mindhunter season 2 was all about the Atlanta child murders or whatever it was called. Yeah. So there's a new docuseries on HBO about it, and I know that like they were talking about how basically they found the guy that they're pretty sure did it, but they didn't have evidence. So a lot of the people feel like, oh, we still don't have closure because he's not admitting to like killing our boys. So I think they've been using like new DNA evidence to pin it on him or whatever. But now there's like an actual docuseries on HBO about it, and I think it's just called like the Atlanta Child Murders or something, or the Lost Children of Atlanta, Georgia, or something like that.
I have to look into that. I like a lot of true crime stuff, but I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it, but I like true crime, so I'll probably watch it. I still haven't finished watching The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez. I have to finish that one.
I can't watch that. That's crazy. There's no way. Even just reading a little bit of the story and a little bit about the way that mom treated, was it her real child or her stepchild? Like her biological child? Or
it's her child.
It's her actual child, but then it's her husband. Oh, so the HBO series is called Atlanta's Missing and Murdered, The Lost Children. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Gabriel Fernandez is really, I mean, it's like super horrific.
Horrific, yeah.
But it's crazy because like they decided to prosecute some of the social workers. Yes. And when they're doing the interviews, there's like one of the coworkers of the social workers, and she's saying how like the teacher, she's like blaming the teacher, and she's saying how the teacher should have never let him go home or leave the classroom and stuff. And I'm just like sitting there like, that's BS. That's BS. Like it was your job to protect him. Like you guys shouldn't have gone to the house and just taken the mom's word for it, not even seeing him.
Because the teacher called social services like a bunch of times.
Yeah, and I was like, that's crazy.
So this lady who works for social services is basically advocating that the teacher should have kidnapped the child. Like, that's like the teacher's responsibility. Like she did her job. Like, you're where it broke down.
Legal ramifications would the teacher have had if she refused to let a child go home, Yeah,
exactly. It's literally kidnapping. So I would not advise that.
I mean, you can, I think, do it if you could call the police, but then all that's going to happen is the police are going to get involved, and it's like, you can't, So she's saying, she was basically like, she shouldn't have let her leave, but it's like, well, then you're a criminal. Yeah, like you have to just put it into the hands of the authorities, and if the authorities are not, doing anything, or they're not going to figure it out. Like it's crazy. Yeah, like, and then
there's so many cases where they just go to the front door. Wasn't there one where the girl was kept in like a tent in the backyard, and if you did like an aerial view of the backyard, you could see like the tent where she was kept, and they just never found her because they literally never entered the home or like did the search that they were supposed to search.
Yeah.
I feel like if they had just looked in the house, like, well, they kind of tricked too, because the older brother, there was a bedroom and there were 2 beds in there, but Gabriel never slept in there. He always had to sleep in this cupboard in his parents' room, like tied up.
Yeah.
So it's like crazy. And then sometimes when the social workers would come, they would have him like in the cupboard. So
Tim was asking in the chat, why is it that women all like true crime stuff? And I think the reason is because we like to be able to plot the perfect murder.
I like
in case it ever comes. It's not like we need it, just like to have it in your back pocket.
That's why you were very interested in the Carol Baskin, because you really want to see how a person could get away with killing her husband. So you could
Like, what kind of tools would I have to buy to cut Tim into pieces small enough for Reggie to easily digest? We don't all have access to tigers. Some of us just have domestic long-haired cats.
No, remember I told you that my friend and I were going to go in together with our stimulus checks and buy a tiger?
Oh, God, stop. See, this is
Where
what
would
we're
you keep
not
it?
taking from this documentary. We're not learning that we should not be exploiting animals. We're just learning how to murder someone effectively.
And we're just learning how
Audrey,
affordable
we're also
tigers
learning
are.
that tigers are not that expensive, okay?
I guess. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
If you
very
buy like a
shocking.
genetically, how did they mention it on the thing, like how messed up they are genetically because of
Yeah, he's like, I don't
that
like
they
to
do?
call them ligers. I just call them big cats because they're all big cats. And like, basically, they're so inbred, he doesn't even know if they're like a tiger or a lion or what they are.
Right. Oh
So.
man.
No,
So, like,
I think he said that. No, I think he said that because he said that there's like a connotation like against big cats.
No, against ligers.
Against
specifically.
ligers, which I didn't know there was like a
they're,
movement.
like, so genetically like messed with.
But
that's why
are
they're
they?
cheap,
That's just interspecies breeding. I know that there's the
but
cases
it's
of those.
probably like a mom / aunt / cousin like tiger with a lion that is also a mom and an aunt and a whatever to the other. Like they're too closely
Well,
related.
that's not possible if they're different species.
Well,
it
after
wouldn't be
several
possible.
generations.
Well,
Yeah,
the tigers,
if there's
the
ligers
actual
mixed in
tiger
with other
cubs would
ligers.
be, but the actual tiger cubs would be the ones that are more inbred. Now, I don't know if ligers are sterile. Like a mule is like a mix between a donkey and a horse, right? But mules are sterile. So like you can never have two mules mate. Only way to make them is by mating a horse and a donkey. So I'm not sure if a liger could be made between ligers. But even the tigers, if you've seen those pictures of those tigers that essentially have like Down syndrome, where they have like facial deformities and cognitive limitations, and it's because of like inbreeding.
Yeah.
Poor little guy.
Obviously, they didn't show any tigers like that in the show, though. But I mean, yeah, it must happen because where else are they getting these tigers from if they're just breeding them over and over again? Although I don't know how many litters like one tiger couple can produce, because it could be that like the tigers live for a while and they can actually produce a bunch of cubs. And Doc Ansel's not inbreeding them because he's just killing them. No, he's a doctor of mystical science.
I know, he's a doctor of mystical science. Yes, I did.
Is that what his doctorate said? Mystical science?
Yeah.
Interesting. He is the worst. He is such a creepy cult leader.
Oh my God. And how creepy was it when he was talking about all the women that came to him? And like, at first he was like, oh, she was 18 when I met her. Oh, she was 17 when I met her, but I didn't marry her until she was 18. And then eventually he stopped saying the ages.
Yeah. It's pretty creepy.
That was creepy.
Yeah, because the girl that they showed who like escaped, she was 17 when she went. And then they showed the picture and she looks like a child. Yeah. Like she looked really young.
Sad.
Well, then they made her get a boob job.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
That's so crazy.
So crazy. Oh. Jinx. Oh no, we did it again.
I haven't been watching the chat. Is anyone saying anything interesting? I've still been searching for my earpods, which I think is lost cause.
Some people are saying stuff, but it's really not interesting.
Oh wow, that's
really
rude. Tough on your audience,
it's dear Dick. Okay, he put some image in here. I have to search this and see what it is. He said, healing crystals, Karen, and he said, I would legit tickle you to death. I think in reference to Renee threatening to murder him.
And feed him to Reggie.
Oh, he sent the picture of the inbred tiger.
Oh.
World's ugliest white tiger bred through incest and cruel bid to do something. Poor tiger.
It's not his fault he's so ugly and inbred. All right, Audrey, so we have a couple questions for you as a caller.
Sure.
Okay, so question 1, how did you come to know the Dear Feet sisters and the Dear Feet podcast?
So how did I meet the Dear Feet sisters? I can't remember the first time we met, but obviously, so I worked at a place where you guys were friends with someone because you guys all worked at YMCA together, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did I get there eventually? But
You
I
did
can't
it.
remember the first time we met. Like, I can't remember where or when or like it must have
I
been
think
at someone's
it must have
function.
been fake Thanksgiving.
We probably met
Yeah.
at fake Thanksgiving, but I feel
I
like
think
the
when
first
Audrey
time,
was, or when Lucy was a little baby.
I think the first time we were like really feeling like super more friendly was when you had Lucy was a baby and you brought her to like our Christmas party.
Christmas. Yeah, I definitely remember that. Yeah.
Because you know us, if you have a baby, we're gonna be friends with you.
Right. Yeah. It's
But
all
at
about, you gotta
Halloween,
bring
when
in the
Lucy was a
goods.
baby,
Well,
I put
it's like
Lucy
when
to
your
sleep at that
coolest
Halloween
friend has
party.
a pool. It's like when your coolest friend has a pool, you know, like then you're gonna be friends.
True.
And I came to know the Deer Feet podcast via you guys. What's the word? How PG does this podcast have to be?
Not
I
that
don't-
PG.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know
'cause
if
I
it's
was gonna
marked as
say,
explicit.
you know,
It
when
is.
you guys like went really hardcore pimping out your podcast, like just pimping it out so hard, like it was your little whore.
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, like in the beginning, and that's how I came to know the podcast. Because if you knew you, then you know the podcast because you guys were pimping it.
Right.
rightfully
Okay, so next question.
We have we have a listener question for you. Why are your toes so weird?
My toes are perfect just the way they are. There's literally nothing wrong with them or weird about them. Trust me, I would know. I work for a foot doctor.
So
there you
during
go.
Renee's, when Renee does her Instagram live of her peeling off her feet skin, are you going to come on and showcase your sexy toes?
Listeners are into it.
I think we should start a new channel for that. Yeah. We're going to have to start a new channel for that. All right, the next question is, what is your favorite episode and or topic that's been discussed on the show?
Oh my god, I would have to like look at the titles. There was one podcast that like sticks out to me because you were talking about like trying to have people around you that are happy people and how you're happy people. And like when someone says something to you, you're like, all right, if you don't like it, like deal with it or go away. And I was like, yeah, like when I met your like core group of friends and became friends with them, it made me realize that I do need to surround myself with people who are happy people and non-toxic people. And that's who our friends are. Like we're super non-toxic people. And we just don't allow that kind of toxic activity in our life. And there was a podcast where like you specifically mentioned like just, you know, trying to be a happy person and trying to have happiness. And I was like, yeah, I really related to it a lot.
That's good. That's a nice topic. Yeah, I think that's so true. And like sometimes even like when I read books or watch TV shows and it's like adults like our age in their 30s and they like act so immature in like high school, and I'm like, oh my god, do actual adults really act this way? Like we're lucky that we don't really experience that, but I mean, I guess they do because I know some of our friends, coworkers maybe sometimes act like that. But I'm like, I cannot imagine being like in my 30s and acting like so caught up in high school drama.
Right, yeah. I mean, definitely it's out there, and like you try to avoid it whenever you can, and if you can't, like you just have to find a way to deal with it effectively. But yeah, like I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so then the last question we have is, who do you like better, Jess or Renee? And why?
Much like my own beautiful children, there is no way that anyone could like one Deerfoot sister more than the other. Because
very diplomatic.
much like having your own children, when you become friends with the Deerfoot sisters, you realize that there's enough love to go around.
Good answer.
I better get a round of applause for that. Where's that round of applause sound?
Wait, I'll do cheering.
Yeah!
A beautiful response. So well
So
thought out and so kind. That's good.
So we do
I
have
guess
space for more. Oh, Deer Chick just left. Oh, Rufasa85, join the live. Oh, we do have room for some more callers. We can have 2 more callers on right now. So if you'd like to join, you can come in and join Renee and I on this
and
broadcast.
Audrey.
Oh, yes, and Audrey.
Oh, I get to stay on?
Yeah, you can stay on. I
we can
meant
have
to say your name. Yeah, we
you
can
meant
have
to say
5.
her name and you just forgot.
Yeah, it was literally like Renee and I.
Yeah.
Renee and Audrey. Oh, Joe is calling in. We FASA 85. Hi, Joe.
Right.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
What is that? Are you blending?
I think Audrey's
Blending.
home. I think it was her garage.
Her garage. I thought it was a blender. I was like, Joe, you called us and made a smoothie at exactly the same time.
How was school, Joe?
I'm on a live episode of the Deerfoot Sisters. Say hi, wife.
Hi, wife.
Hi,
Hi, Ara. Can she hear us?
Hi.
No, because it made me put my headphones on to avoid echoing, so only I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they told us to do too.
Mm-hmm.
So, why were you not already on this live 40 minutes ago? I'm offended.
I was working.
Oh, we're getting another caller.
Are we?
Hi, Deer Tick. You're
caller
live.
Deer Tick.
Oh, hello. How are you?
I wonder who this could be.
Are you doing a weird voice?
No. Or are you doing with voice?
Look, guys, obviously Ray Romano doesn't want people to know that he listens to our podcast.
That didn't deserve a laugh track.
Deserved a real laugh.
How's Deborah?
What?
So stupid.
Anyway, gentlemen, welcome to the show. How have you been enjoying the live broadcast so far?
I didn't
I'm
listen
enjoying it with a
before
lot
I
of mediocrity.
Turned in.
Oh, so Joe has no idea what we talked about.
I texted Joe and I said, come on our live. I don't know why he hasn't been paying attention. So hurtful.
He said he was at work.
The app said it was gonna give you like an update and let you know like when it started, and it didn't. I had to like check in.
Yeah, that's lame. Oh, you know what? I think I can share it.
It's loud.
Oh, I can just share it on like Facebook, but I don't know if people will.
I know, Jessica, why are you shouting at your microphone?
I'm a loud
loud
talker.
register.
This is the most exciting episode they've done.
Tim,
we have lots of guests all at once. What's your favorite episode,
Tim?
My favorite episode?
Yeah.
The one with
The
Mobley is
Beefy
pretty
Boys
good.
crossed over.
That was pretty good, the most recent one.
Is that what you meant, Tim, or the first one with Momily?
No, the first one.
Moments with Momily. Episode 4.
Wouldn't that just be
You must have been listening for a long time.
Moments, you dork.
But it's M-O-M, hyphen, N's, Moments.
Yeah, there were multiple M's.
Would that be the parents of those tree walkers, those walking trees from Lord of the Rings, the mom ends?
Yes, exactly.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're called
That is what they're called, yeah.
Walking trees.
So, Joe, what's the update on your wedding?
There isn't one. We're making
Tim,
a decision
you're very
on May
noisy.
1st.
That's not me.
Oh.
May 1st is the decision?
Yeah.
Okay.
May 1st is the decision.
That would be interesting.
If you end up
I think
canceling...
we're still planning on coming out.
Yeah, I think
what's the consensus on when things are gonna, like when non-essential workers go back to work and stores reopen and stuff like that?
I feel like no one said anything yet.
I
think you're asking what we think.
Yeah. Our stay-at-home order is in effect till May 5th, so...
I think ours is May 1st right now.
But it will probably get extended.
Yeah.
I'm going to say end of June, maybe even July.
Yeah. I think like we'll definitely
I hope it's still
not go back to school.
Right, this whole until September.
Yeah, school's done.
I was saying to Renee, it would be so wild if we had to start in September without being in class.
I said I would hate that.
Well, on the most recent
That's like
episode
what
of
I'm
the
doing
YouTube
right
Boys,
now.
They predicted the NFL season would start on time. I think they're crazy though.
Yeah, I think that's.
Well, when does it start?
I was just about to say
September,
that.
early September.
Maybe it will just
for
be like
stadium to
no-touch
open, first of
football,
all,
flag football.
They need like a month. They need like a month to get in shape and practice and stuff. So that would mean everything has to be back to normal by like August 1st.
It's so crazy. Like, do you think do you think this is a once in a lifetime event, or is there going to be like another one of these in like 5 years?
Oh my god, I
No,
hope
this
not.
is a once in a
I think it's like
lifetime event.
I don't. Well, it depends on how long you live, but yeah, maybe Zoe will see another one. Because weren't they seeing the last time was like, it was like the flu. It was like a flu epidemic,
like the Spanish flu or something.
Yeah, in like
In
1912.
1918. Yeah.
Wasn't there something in
Literally
the 30s?
Thank you, Mother.
ago.
Wasn't there
Well,
something in the 30s though?
I don't know.
Measles or something.
Polio.
But anyway, so like in theory, yes, a baby could have something else happen. I don't think it's going to happen that frequently, though. Plus, I think hopefully there'll be some changes that happen that, like, you know, like people will be
with
better
the last,
prepared.
like with like SARS and like H1N1, it wasn't like required. So it's not like they're just freaking out about this one, but more so than those other ones because those diseases aren't on par with each other.
Right.
Well,
so like
the
if we got
problem
another
is,
disease that was similar to like H1N1, it wouldn't have all this hysteria.
well,
Yeah, I
it's
don't think
also the
H1N1
problem is that the problem is that people don't die that quickly. Like if it was more virulent and like you got it and then you got really sick and then you didn't survive, like it wouldn't spread as much. It's because people can have it for so long and like have mild symptoms and be like spreading it that it's spreading more because it's like the perfect storm.
That's like
of,
what I heard too when people
surviving
compared it
for
to like
longer.
Ebola. When they're like Ebola is way more deadly, but the thing is, it's so deadly that you just die right away. So like when there was Ebola, it was like 4 cases or something.
The viruses that tend to survive the best are the ones that aren't that dangerous because you go out and move around others when you have them, right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I just feel like, do you guys ever like stop and think like, okay, what if this really is like a zombie apocalypse, and then like it becomes like mutated, and this is like the beginning of the zombie apocalypse?
Literally, I
ever
think
think
that
about
all the
that?
time. I always think about it.
Really?
Because like when you watch the zombie shows, they're like, it started out with like just a couple of stories on the news, and then things started getting crazy, and then this, and then they're like, oh my god, like next week they could be like, now COVID-19 patients are eating each other's brains.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, oh my god.
Well, like, did you ever see that TV show Last Man on Earth? The whole synopsis of it is that there was a virus in 2020 which caused the man to be the last man on Earth.
Oh.
Yeah. I've seen a few episodes, but I haven't really watched totally.
What would you
yeah, I
guys
guess
do
you
if you
know
were the
that.
last person on Earth?
Oh my
Literally
God.
the
Probably
last
just
person.
read a lot of books.
No,
I probably wouldn't kill myself. It would be really tough, but I would travel a lot. So in Last Man on Earth, you see that he's like traveled all of the United States, but like you don't actually see it. Like you just know that he did it. So me, I would like to get a nice, super nice, like multi-million-dollar person's RV and really like travel.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And like, are the
what's
animals
your
dead?
zombie
Because like if you could
survival
have
plan?
pets.
Suicide is the answer.
I didn't know you were such a person, people person, Joe.
You know, I'm a internet boy, and if I have to live in a world with no electricity and no chance of another video game, forget it. Not worth it.
Oh, see, like I wouldn't mind. Like it would just be like if I had to live in an RV and I had to like basically be without a lot of like, you know, running water and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I would enjoy it. I would be like a little mountain woman and then my hair grow long. I'd be all like wilderness person.
I mean, with Joe though, like internet boy, like so that long hair and beard is just for show.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a choice. Not forced on me.
So something weird happened earlier. Eileen went to her doctor to get something, and she came
Hilarious.
back, and she texted
That's so
me.
weird.
She texts me and she goes, "There's someone outside shoveling by like next to the telephone pole that's like across the street from our house." She's like, "He has long red hair."
Okay.
And she's like, "Should I say something or like just call the police?" Like he was like shoveling dirt into like buckets. So then I went outside to get the mail. And I saw the guy and it was like weird. And so then I was like, just call the police. And then she said that the police just like laughed. Like they were like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, I don't know what he's doing." But I guess they left like before.
Why?
Or he left before they should
Who
have.
cares?
Why'd you call the police? He was
Clearly, you don't
stealing your
live
dirt.
in a city.
Because
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
creepy,
You're not
Joe.
doing anything. So what?
Well, first of all,
This guy took a
he could
fucking
be
nap in my front
disturbing
yard
the
other
balance
day.
of that telephone pole, okay?
Uh-huh.
And or
He was
power
trying to
pole.
steal
or whatever.
telephone.
No, but it could like fall onto our house.
Yeah. That's
How
pretty
much
I don't
weird.
know. I
dirt
think
was
I
he
would have
digging up?
watched for a really long time.
What'd you say,
With
Audrey?
a shovel or a backhoe?
I guess I would have watched for
Yeah,
a really
exactly.
long time. I don't think I would have jumped to call the police on that.
Well, I guess
know you
Eileen
said
and
shovel,
I,
meant
we're
chainsaw.
But you also
Yeah.
don't want to be, what's that thing called when you're like a bystander, but you don't call in something suspicious?
yeah.
Negligent?
Like you,
Like a bystander?
No,
Bystander?
there's a specific term for it where you're like
Like
you
a
think
mob
to yourself,
mentality?
someone else will call, so I don't have to call. Someone else probably already called.
I think it's called
Yeah.
bystander effect.
No,
Yeah,
maybe
I think it
bystander
is.
effect, yeah.
Like Kitty Genevieve. Well, today, so okay, sometimes I want to call the police. I don't know if this is not allowed, but like by my apartment, there's like a cul-de-sac, and like there's like these 3 or 4 guys, and they always just like sit out there. They like park their cars, and sometimes their cars are on, and then they stand out of their cars and just like talk to each other. And I'm like, what are you doing? Can you leave? Especially now because it's like they're right in front of my door. So if I have to like go move my laundry or like throw something in the dumpster, I have to like take the long way around so I'm not near them. And I'm like, what? I don't understand like what they're doing out there. But I don't know if they're technically like allowed to congregate in groups because I don't want to call the police and have them be like, so? Because I'm like, they're just like standing,
That's what
talking
they
2
would
feet
say.
away from each other's faces.
The cops would say,
No.
Y'all
so?
turning into
No,
such
it
parents,
depends.
man. Just leave
Well,
them
yeah.
alone.
Well, yes,
But it's
that
just
is
weird.
a little
I'm like,
different.
just go away. I'm pretty sure they're drug dealers, honestly, because I do always see like the one car like pulls up and sits here for hours, and random people will come out to the car and like talk to him and then leave.
If he's there for hours, he's the worst drug dealer ever.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
I
he's
saw a guy
making
the
the
other
drugs
day.
in the car and getting them away.
He's got
I saw a guy the other day.
They're made to order drugs.
Ooh.
This guy was standing in the middle
Fresh,
of an
the freshest
intersection,
drugs around.
like with a stoplight.
Wait,
like
what,
at
Joe?
an intersection. He was standing there and he was pretending he had an AK-47 and was shooting everyone who drove by. He was there for probably 20 minutes. Nobody called the police on him. Just leave him be, man. It's also
Well, you
clear
don't
that
know
he's
if
in a
someone
city
called
with
the
a serious
police.
homeless problem.
Yeah, because
and
where we
also,
live, like
that's a little different. First off, he was just pretending to have a gun, and secondly, he wasn't talking 2 feet next to someone else's face in a time of social
No,
isolation.
he was just standing in the middle of a busy intersection.
Yeah, whatever. He's not hurting anyone. What I'm saying is I
also
don't want
almost
these guys
hit somebody
breathing
for
together
running
all right
across
near my
the
door.
interstate. Oh my god.
No, I'm also like I always call the police, but typically like for
Always.
safety
I'm always like,
issues.
I always just call the
Like
police.
once a
Like,
week.
No, like
reason,
the one time,
just checking
the
in.
one time we called because Callie got out of the yard, the dog, and it was like midnight, and I didn't want to like creep around the neighbor's yard, so I called the police. But then Renee found her before the police got there. But he was like, "I'll come and help you because you should just like knock on the doors and tell them." Because I was like, I'd be scared if someone was creeping around my yard with a flashlight at night. So, and then another time I called was recently when there was like a tire rim in the middle of the highway. So I just called that in. Anytime I see an accident, I call it in. It's just stuff like that.
One time I
Yeah.
saw a
Only-
bush on fire outside of a Target, and I called the police. I was like, "Hi, there's a bush like in flames."
Why did
Oh,
you
the
call
one
the fire
time?
department?
I think
You
I
called
might have,
911.
like Googled like local police department or something like that. Like I didn't call 911. I called like the local cops or whatever.
Right.
If I see a
The
car accident or
non-emergency
something,
number.
I'll usually call 911, but then for other stuff, I'll just call like the non-emergency. Except sometimes if I'm driving, I'll just call 911 and I'll be like, look, I'm driving, so I didn't have like the non-emergency number. And they don't usually get too mad about it. They're just like, okay, thanks for telling us, whatever.
If you call the non-emergency number first, they warn you, like, if this is any, like, a petty theft, if what was stolen was worth less than $5,000, or it's not a more major crime than that, then hang up now, because we're going to fine you for wasting our time. And they also tell you, if it's a petty theft, that you can report it, but we're not going to investigate it.
So basically, if you want to steal stuff for $4,999.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that didn't
good to
happen to
know.
me when I was in Seattle. Back in 2012, when I was in Seattle, in July of 2012, I lost my license on a drunken night out. And I called the bar and the license wasn't there. And I was scared because I had to drive all the way home without a license. Okay. And we were driving
From
like another
Seattle
5,000
to New
miles.
Jersey.
We were going down to San Diego, so all the way down the West Coast, and then all the way back, and then all the way back up. So I was like, oh my God. So I called the police station, and they were basically like, they like laughed at me, and they were like, what do you want us to do about it? And I was like, I don't know. I thought maybe like if someone like turned it in, and they were like, if we got a license, we would just put it in the mailbox. And I was like, okay. Thanks.
That's hilarious. That's like when I lost my car.
They were basically like, this is not...
I called the police because Mom was like, call the police, report it missing. I'm like, I don't think you can report a car missing, but I did. And the lady just like paused and she's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, did anybody turn in a missing car? And then she laughed at me and said, no, but I'll let you know.
Wait, you lost your car?
Yeah, I lost my car. Get out of here with those soundboards.
So dumb.
Is this being recorded? Is this going to go up as an episode, or is this just a live stream?
I don't
Good
know.
question. I would like it to be recorded, but I don't know if I had to do something special to do that. So,
whoops. But also, it's kind of like really long. I feel like there's a limit to like how long I will listen to a podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if
podcasts go for 4 hours sometimes.
No.
I also don't know if we. I don't know if we really get if it counts. Like Joe, do you know if it counts like how long someone listens?
For what?
For like our
For your
counts.
plays.
For our like.
Well, it depends what statistic you're looking at. If you look in like the iTunes store statistics, yeah, they'll tell you time played and like exactly what time in the episode people fell off. But I think on Podbean it's just counting downloads. So
interesting.
I don't even know if it's counting plays. YouTube stuff.
I don't even know who like our listeners are.
Fall off. Yeah. Have your numbers gone down because of social distancing? Because our numbers have gone down.
I haven't
checked,
really.
They have.
Oh, yeah, I guess no more commuting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't listened to any podcasts.
On the train, so
Yeah.
I'm so behind.
Or in their car in New
Jersey.
Jersey.
To the past two Beefy Boys, but that's not because of commuting losses. Because Christian's microphone is terrible.
You know, he needs to pick it up. He's not going to listen to this. Our episode this week is 20 minutes long because he literally had nothing to talk about. And I'm like, what? You literally have nothing to talk about? He's like,
Christian had nothing to talk about?
Parts
That's
to life.
pretty surprising.
There's no sports. What else are you going to do?
I give me
and he likes to talk.
He loves to talk.
Me and Vito had just been on an hour-long special about Animal Crossing, so like, we were pretty beat. But Christian was like, yeah, I got nothing. I'm like, what do you mean you got nothing?
Okay, but let's be fair. Vito probably contributed total like 3.8 minutes to that conversation in the Animal Crossing one, so he didn't really have a reason to be beat. That was mostly me monologuing about Animal Crossing.
No, Jane talked a lot too, man.
Jane too, but that Julia barely talked.
Yeah, I know.
Jane?
She really didn't say much.
Vito's wife.
Vito's
wife. When I met her. Well, I met her voice
virtually.
at least.
Met her voice.
Did I meet? I'm like trying to think. Did I meet her? I'm like, no, I don't think I did.
So apparently we're up 71% versus the previous 14 days.
Okay, but that doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
How about that?
Also, don't forget the Beefy Boys crossover released in that time frame. So.
Yeah, that one has our most plays. Our newest plays are lower.
I haven't listened, so
I meant to tell
Wow.
you
probably
that.
one of the reasons.
Oh wait, let me check. Hold on. I already took your quiz, by the way. Your How Well Do You Know Jessica and Renee quiz, and I think she did better than Lorelai. Let me check.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I saw it. It was in your like wedding thing, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this? Because it just kept saying like Jess, Renee, both. And I'm like, oh.
Where did I put it? Oh, there it is.
It's like in the jar wedding extravaganza.
Because that was the Google sheet I had open.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She got 9 out of 15. Lorelai only got 8, so Ara knows you better than Lorelai.
Damn, pretty good.
Wow, that's pretty
Except-
impressive.
The most embarrassing part of that episode is that neither of you knew what the heck a one wheel was. They're also called hoverboards. You know what a hoverboard is? That's what she's talking about.
But I thought hoverboards had 2 wheels, like on the side.
No,
Yeah,
they
they
have
do.
one wheel in the middle. No, they have one in the middle.
Oh, those.
No, Joe. There's
No.
ones that have 2.
No.
There's
Yeah,
both.
a lot of what we call hoverboards like has 2 wheels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, she's like, I want to get a one wheel, and then
Giant
it's like a
hoverboard.
scooter, but one
A
wheel.
motorized one-wheeler. Or like a unicycle.
Yeah.
Oh, because you weren't there, Joe, right? We had like a cousins. We played like Taboo or Celebrity or whatever, and
Wait, you didn't call me?
sorry,
Rude.
I think no, you were. It was. Wait, was he working? Yeah, it was at like 3:00 on like a Tuesday or something. So I think you were working. That's why. Yeah, but anyway, so that's when Laura or TJ was like, "Oh, Lorelai's always buying all this expensive stuff and like wasting all her money on this stuff." Because she bought like AirPod Pros, and then she's buying this thing. We're like, "What are you buying?" And then she's explaining it, and I'm just like, "It sounds like a unicycle." Like what?
Oh, it's a hoverboard.
But she better explained it this time. And then Audrey, you should listen to that episode because then she tells us about a creepy guy who was like, "Hey guys, want to try it?" And what did he say? He's like, "Want a board?"
I don't know.
Wait.
But didn't they try it?
Yeah, they tried it, and then he was like, "You want some candy?"
Oh,
Oh my god.
And they were
was
like,
unclear in the
Did you
story.
take the candy?
It was unclear.
I don't want
how
to have to
old
watch
this boy
something
was.
like that on
I have
Netflix
a
in a
feeling
couple
this
years.
was a 13 or 14-year-old boy. But
I don't know.
Well, she didn't call him a
Carly's
boy.
like an
She
adult.
called him a guy. No, it wasn't Carly. I think it was Hannah.
Oh, okay. But still, it's probably like a high school guy at least.
yeah, so
Yeah,
or-
are you by
also
Renee,
might have
Tim?
just been friendly.
no, she's
I mean-
by me.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
It's rude.
Renee, you're echoing because you're by Tim.
Sorry. Had to get a soda. Oh my god, you got me so flustered I just threw my Fresca can into the garbage instead of the recycling.
That's where it
How
belongs.
how is the Fresca sparkling water?
It's
the
just
same as the
Fresca.
soda. I don't know where they
They
lie.
just call.
They just rebranded, but it's
It's
just
literally
made
the
with
same
Fresca.
thing.
Or whatever. It
Yeah.
says artificial sweet. Well, what the frick?
Yeah, they're just labeling it as that because I
that's
guess
more
it
in
actually
right
has.
now.
It's even
Well,
shadier.
wait, do you have the can? I think it actually does have grapefruit juice in it. I didn't know it did.
No.
I mean, I always knew that it was grapefruit flavored, but I guess it does actually have.
Juice.
I think it was saying it did.
Let me see. This episode brought to you by Fresca.
This episode brought to you by Oscar the
San
Grouch.
Juan Seltzer Company.
No, it's
This
like
episode brought to
Renee.
you by the Beefy Boys, the best podcast on planet Earth. The Beefy Boys.
Well, it says less than 1% juice.
Okay.
Wanna
So,
call me?
but it does have
That's-
aspartame.
Did you read the ingredients? Does it have grapefruit juice?
Let me see. Concentrated grapefruit juice.
See? So I think that's why they're like trying to play it off as like an Italian soda and not just like a diet soda. I know, I thought it was so weird that it was like rebranded.
Yeah, I saw it at
It's
the
sparkling
grocery
soda
store.
water, but I'm like, it's literally just soda. It's really weird.
Is anybody watching?
I don't know if
this
that's a
thing?
child or a cat. What? Is anyone
Is anybody
listening?
listening to this live stream?
Yeah,
Oh,
we have
Mom's
a
here.
couple
Hi,
of
Mom.
listeners. Eileen was listening. Oh, but she left. She laughed a few times.
Yeah, she said she was going to go listen to the Beefy Boys.
Yeah, sure.
She's never listened to the Beefy Boys. I think she is just watching TV with her husband. I liked when you were looking for the can, Renee, because it was like really good sound effects. Like it definitely sounded like you were looking through a bucket full of cans.
Well, I wasn't. I have like one can in the box of cans.
She was picking in the garbage, actually.
Oh no! Did you find any combos in there?
My cat is
Joe,
like
are you going to serve garbage combos at your wedding?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why do you make fun of him for being bullied
What?
and forced to eat garbage combos?
Okay, fair enough.
You're such a mean sister. All right, well, I think that probably is going to be ready to wrap up the live stream.
All right. So,
what do you think, Jess? Did you have anything else to contribute, dear Tick?
Yeah, actually,
you can find us at our website, www.beefyboys.com. Find us where you find your other podcasts. You know, iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, all the regulars. The Beefy Boys, the best show on planet Earth.
Thanks, Joe.
Wait, Joe, but when you say it on here, you're not explaining how Beefy Boys was spelled. So, have you ever gone to Beefy Boys?
No.
Have you ever gone to Beefy Boys? I don't know. It sounds like it'd be inappropriate.
It sure does.
I'm not going to go there.
Anyway, Tim, what were you going to add?
Oh, I was going to ask Audrey where she was hiking.
Joe, stop interrupting Tim. You're so rude.
Tim, go on.
I wanted to know where Audrey goes hiking, if she has found any cool spots.
Audrey?
I go hiking all over, but the closest place that I have to me, well, actually, the kids and I went to like this super mini hike near us, like literally like it's like 2 blocks up and 1 block over. But there's a close place. I think it's called Martinsville. I think it's Martinsville Valley Park or something like that, but it's a 15-minute drive for me. And there's one trail that's like under 2 miles, but then there's another trail that's actually really nice. And you could probably do a good couple of miles. But my most favorite trail is Sunfish Pond, and it's the Appalachian Trail. And it's like on the border of New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Oh, like part of the
High Point?
The Gap?
Yeah, exactly.
Water Gap?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
That one's super awesome. I love it. It's really hard. It has places that are really hard. And if you do, I think it's like a 7 to 9 mile hike up to a pond that's really, really pretty.
Nice. It's called Sunfish Pond.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you into hiking, Tim?
No, I'm not, but I was hoping maybe she would mention places that have bodies of water for fishing, like Sunfish Pond, but 7 or 8 mile hike is probably not my style.
Well, you can check out Discover Middlesex County because they're posting a lot about how you can still go fishing right now.
And we did just get our fishing license.
I have a question for Tim.
What's up?
What's the best bird watching spot?
My desk right now. I'm just looking at the window.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
A birder. He just watches from the window.
I actually didn't shut my window. I opened it last night because it was warm. And there were a lot of birds out there. I saw some blue jays, but they were super noisy. Tweeting.
So do you guys think it's too early for air conditioning?
In my neighborhood.
That sounds like a crow.
Yeah, it is.
That was a crow. That wasn't from me. There's a woodpecker in my neighborhood, though, and sometimes he pecks on the roof, which is very annoying.
Yeah, we have a woodpecker who pecks on the side of our building.
Have you guys ever heard a woodpecker laugh?
No.
I mean, I've heard Woody the woodpecker laugh.
Yeah, I've never heard one before. Can you maybe?
It sounded.
Can you give us an example of what it would sound like?
It sounded like Woody the Woodpecker. So he goes like ha 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 ha. So it was like.
Wait, what does he go like? I missed that. I think he broke up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like that. It was like very similar. It was like It was
That sounds
weird.
very creepy.
So
I don't remember because it was like 5 years ago, but I
Horse
remember at
like?
the time thinking, oh my gosh, that sounds just like it. Okay, wasn't that really funny in Onward when he laughed and he like whinnied?
Tim, every time that he would say that, working hard or hardly working hard, Tim would like laugh so much he was like slapping his knees.
Oh, it just
Because of the whinny laugh.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a whinny though. It was more like a
Like a
Like a-
like that.
yeah. He'd be like
Yeah. I thought that was quite
What?
funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
He's a centaur.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And well, it was really funny when he took his hat off
Oh, and he had all the hair.
and his hair was like flowing. Yeah, the main man.
Yeah. So anyway, I
Yeah.
guess we could do our segments in case people are curious about it. So,
Okay.
I actually weighed in and lost like 2.6 pounds this week. Or it's actually been like a month, but I've lost 2.6 pounds in the last month. Renee?
Nice. I don't have a scale, haven't weighed in. Have been making a lot of cookies.
Mhm.
You made more cookies?
Also spent $50 on pints of ice cream.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
But it was
And you
worth
ate
it.
$30 of cupcakes, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, we shared those. Yeah, $50, Joe. We got 6 pints from a place near us that does small batch ice cream.
Damn.
It's pretty
Gotta be an
good.
Essential Joe.
Although I got a flavor called Whiz Bang Cotton Candy, and I was like, oh, that'll be interesting. But it's like cotton candy ice cream with nerds in it, which is kind of weird.
Oh.
But it's still pretty good. Yeah, it's
That
interesting.
sounds like something you would love.
Well, I don't know, because like cotton candy is so sweet. I don't really know if I want the sour tanginess of a nerd, but it's okay.
All right. So, are you making any progress, Renee? Or like you haven't been trying to change your habits? Because didn't you say you were doing that last week?
No, not really. I think I said I would like to do that, but that doesn't mean that I was planning to do it. No, I mean, eventually. I might try to do some more exercising, at least just getting up and around. Tim and I are planning to go fishing tomorrow, but trout fishing, it's supposedly pretty labor intensive, so we'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I had to call out Jessica for the other day because, while you're correct, your diet has much more effect on losing weight. Exercise does have an effect on your day-to-day mood and your energy level. So I think that's what Renee was trying to say the other day.
Isn't that what I
Yeah.
said?
I don't know.
I don't know. You said that science says diet is way more important. Was the message that came across from you?
Oh,
Mm.
I think
I don't remember even talking about that.
Yeah,
It was
when we were
like
talking
2
about changing the
episodes
habits, and how I was
ago.
saying I've been feeling like such a bum because I've just been sitting down all day every day.
Yeah, the exercise definitely helps, especially as you get older. It helps with like being more toned,
And
and
just
also
mentality.
with
You're-
burning more calories.
It also helps your mood improve and the lethargy
Oh,
you feel
yeah.
throughout the day.
Of course, yeah. It's the
That's what I
best
need.
because I mean, you know how have you ever seen those memes or whatever that are like laughter's the best medicine, and they're like actually medicine is the best medicine, but they show that exercise is some of the best medicine for treating like depression.
Yeah, but it's really hard to exercise when you're depressed.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's part
that's
of
the
the
problem.
problem.
And motivation.
Right.
All right, now we'll just move into what's popping at the movies.
Oh, yes.
What was that?
So, let's see. We both watched Onward. We said we were going to discuss it on this live. Who else? Joe, did you see it?
No, I ain't got time for movies.
You play a
I
lot
went
of
to-
Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Renee, did you cry?
No, I didn't. Well, I did a little bit actually. When he was talking about how he felt bad that he didn't go in to say goodbye to his dad when he was sick, that made me cry a little bit.
Yeah, I think I wasn't really paying that much attention to it, but I didn't cry. But I then like read people saying that they like bawled and they're like, I lost my dad recently, and I bawled, and I was like, I didn't really cry at it, but
Well, I definitely.
I think
was
I just wasn't
sadder
paying as much
having, like,
attention.
having lost dad. I think if dad was still alive, it would have not been as sad. But just that part was really sad because he was like just saying like, because he kept saying like he only had 2 memories or 3 memories of his dad or whatever. And he's like, I actually have another, but I don't like to think about it because like mom told me to say goodbye to him, but he had all these tubes and I was scared and I didn't want to, so I didn't go in. So that was like really sad.
Really is.
And I guess
Also,
it was touching in the end.
Yeah. Also, like, why would the spell, like, so weird that the spell would bring you back from your feet first? Because if only they had just brought his head back, I mean, then I could at least talk to him.
Yeah, I know. That's true. But I guess it goes from the bottom up. And I was also like, oh, so now will his like top half stay for a day because he only like just brought his top half back? But it didn't.
I know. Anyway, all right. Well, you guys can check that out on Disney Plus.
Wait, you didn't give your thumbs ratings.
Oh,
Tim, do you have anything to contribute?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't the best Disney movie I've seen, but it was pretty good. Finn, I love the part when the dragon got constructed at the end out of bricks, and then it turned around and its face was just that goofy painted face from the mascot.
It was like a happy dragon.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of like funny parts, like even when she's like, last name Manticore, first name the.
Yeah.
I think we could make like more movies in that universe. It's like a whole new universe they created,
Mm-hmm.
And now Ian and Barley, for whatever reason, continue to go on adventures.
Or he could like bring magic back since less people were using it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that he kind of did. That was kind of the point. Like now the pixies can fly and like the centaur can run fast again. So
right, the main man.
I think I think they would make like a TV show for that. I feel like it would be like a spin-off TV show.
True. All right. This is getting pretty boring. So
Hater drinking that haterade.
All right, so what thumbs up would you give it?
I could put like a 3.5 up. It was pretty cute, but I feel like I would give every Disney movie that, so.
Oh, I wouldn't give it every movie, but yeah, that was a 3.5 up for sure.
I agree with that. All right.
Okay.
So you guys can check it out. It's pretty good.
Available on Disney Plus.
Might make you cry. It makes a lot of people cry. Just not heartless people like the Deerfoot sisters. Well, I said that.
You guys must be watching it on the TV. Right?
I've been watching less TV over the past the past week. I watched less TV. I was doing more work, but watched Tiger King. Started watching that again. I watched the Hunters, I guess, on Amazon.
Yeah, is that Nazis or something, right?
Yeah. I've been watching Westworld. So.
Yeah. You like Westworld?
Mm-hmm. I think it's good this season.
Yeah, I think the first episode was awesome. The second episode was kind of like a letdown, and then ever since then it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
I haven't watched since the first season.
The second season you had to kind of get into, but this one was actually pretty good from the beginning. All right, we're gonna start wrapping up. So
hold on, I have a new segment to add. It's called the Animal Cross Talk, where me and Renee talk about Animal Crossing. Renee,
but on top of each other?
Since they released patch 1.14, which significantly reduces the egg drop rate, so you don't have nearly as many water eggs anymore.
I played this morning, but I don't know if the patch had come out yet, or I don't think I downloaded it.
Well, yeah, they severely.
But then I was like, honestly, first of all, you should come to my island because my house is so bunny day. It looks awesome, including my entire outfit. But then I made a bunch.
You gotta come see my science experiment room. It's pretty slick.
Okay, I will. But I made a bunch of bunny wreaths to give out to my neighbors so they could decorate their doors. But every time I gave my neighbor a bunny wreath, they gave me 3,120 bells.
Oh,
and I was like, thanks.
That's a very specific amount.
I know. And then I sold some
I got
bunny
so many
wreaths
eggs
to
and
the
nothing to do
Nook.
with them.
You make gifts and give them to your neighbors. And then I sold them to the Nooks, and the bunny wreath only goes for 2,400 bells. So it was a good deal.
Oh.
And every
Yeah,
single
that's a
neighbor
good
that I
idea.
gave a gift to gave it to me. It was really weird. I was like, I don't need your money. I just wanted you to decorate your door with this wreath.
It was
Wow,
in
you're just
celebration
being
of the
generous.
holiday. Bunny Day.
Okay, wait, Joe, did you receive a social distancing 2020 commemorative mug?
No?
Oh,
Neither.
I wonder. Have
Just Jess and Al got them.
That's weird.
have you seen it?
Just the single people?
All of
No.
the single
I guess.
people. It's probably
If you want
because we
more-
didn't get stockings.
Probably because you're always socially distanced since you're alone.
For more Animal Crossing chatter, including our theories on what it would be like if Joe Exotic lived in the Animal Crossing world, and what Tom Nook's sex life is like, check out the Beefy Boys Animal Crossing special.
Joe, I'm gonna disconnect you if you stop plugging your other podcast.
Stop showing your podcast.
So dumb. Anyway, did you see the mugs? Mom got one too, apparently.
No, I haven't seen them.
What the heck? I'm gonna assume mine's still in the mail.
So basically, it's
totally.
like 3 family photos, and then it says "Until we can be together again" or something like that. Social distancing 2020.
Who sent them? Who sent them?
Who do you think sent them? Kay sent them, I'm
Kay?
sure, but
Well,
it
we
just
got
makes me laugh because it's like a commemorative
cleaning out
mug.
our stationery drawer, and so we sent you a card.
Let go.
But
See, let go.
Oh, today
Yeah,
we
mine
all
was
got,
Valentine's
or Renee, Eileen, and I got another note. It says, Happy April. Why not pay it forward and use the enclosed note card to send some love to someone you love? So she sent like an actual note and a stamped envelope.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Oh, Mom got that one too. Well, it might be taking longer to get to you, Joe, but I expect you'll get it. All right, we're going to get going. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And for the people who popped in and left, thank you as well. We love you guys.
Thank you.
And let's hear it for this great episode.
Yay!
I got a ton of likes.
Not like that.
She didn't like it? All right, we're the Deerfoot Sisters, and we're
prancing
away. Oh, no, whatever that's called. Okay, bye.